This is my 5-day forecast, and it covers the satellite images for the dates of 3/14 to 3/18. My 5-day forecast was done here at my weather station, which you see the sunset picture of. And on the beginning of my weather forecasting day, the temperatures on 3/14 were -10 with a humidity of 30.7. A wind speed of 2.57, and the first day had a little bit of really fine snow and a little bit of wind that was blowing around and making the trails getting out here more difficult. We are generally at our cabin, although we have a home in North Pole. This is my first satellite image that I collected for my 5-day forecast, and this image shows a bit of clearing on the Gulf of Alaska, and the darker areas show that it was warm over the ocean. In our area, we had a lot of overcast and a little bit of fine snow. We had no wind on 3/15, which was nice. It was beginning to, get warmer here. It has been -20, -30 here in this area. The first day of my forecast, it was in the minus, and the temperature was -8. Humidity was 34.23, and we had 0 wind on 3/15. My next satellite image on 3/16, the skies cleared and the snow disappeared. The Celsius temperature was -1 during the time on Alma's paperwork that she gave us, her 5-day forecast. And on my forecast, I also had minus weather. The skies were clear and it was no longer cloudy. We were getting some break, no more snow, no more wind, and the humidity was about 39.61. So it was fairly nice here, but the temperatures still stayed a bit cooler than they were in North Pole and Fairbanks. We are looking at the weather getting warmer next week, but for this week we are still in the -degree range here in the Teclanica River. This is my last satellite image. It shows that the skies are clear over the interior where we are located at my weather station. There are clouds along the south part of Alaska, and on down the peninsula they're having some precipitation and clouds. It is still cold here where I'm located. On the 17th it was -5 with the humidity of 49.18 and the winds at 3.09. It was starting to dry the boards on the porch and on the decks and starting to melt and drip down. On 3/18, the temperature was -4, and this is in Celsius. The humidity was 45.6 and the wind was still 3.09. And my last image is a picture of the interior in Alaska. This is a picture of the area around the Fairbanks Airport. So in closing, on 3/14 we had -10, relative humidity of 30.7, a wind speed of 2.57. On 3/15 we had -8 and humidity of 34.23 and no winds. On 3/16 we had -1, relative humidity of 39.61 and no winds. And on 3/17 we had a -5, humidity was higher at 49.18, and on 3/18 we had a -4, humidity went down a little at 45.6, and the speed on the wind was 3.09.